you hear?
Let's make sure that was nothing.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
How can we ignore what the police are doing in Kuwait? Hey. Hello. Oh, cover here.
Chicane, you with me?
Thankfully, no. Oh, what's your progress?
I'm through the living quarters. Looks like I'm into some kind of operations area now. My gut tells me Rucker's gonna be above all this, someplace high, indefensible.
Better find an elevator then. I'll update you with extraction coordinates when I have them. Chicane out.
Trace program initiated. Access granted.
You seeing things too?
Better take a look. I'm with you.
That sounds wrong. Am I right? Let's scope it out. Suicide in the market?
Hey, hello?
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. denied.
Sounds like you came from the boat. I think I heard the noise. Just want to make sure that it was not.
I don't know where I was. Supposed to go hand out med to Rucker tomorrow.
Chicane, I'm moving in on Rucker's position. You got those coordinates yet?
I'll transmit them as soon as I've finished my coffee.
Don't leave me hanging, Chicane.
You just worry about getting our man. And be careful. He's dangerous.
We'll see.
I'm an arm.
I'm sure you'll understand if I don't take your word for it.
You're clearly very skilled. I want to thank you for holding yourself in check on the way in. My friends only want to protect me, but there's been too much bloodshed already.
You don't seem surprised to see me.
I'm not. After the train station attacks, I knew it was only a matter of time before they sent someone. Please, sit.
This isn't a social call, Rucker. I'm here to take you in.
Our mandate is to fight for the rights of the augmented. Communicate our message, offer assistance. The Ark is a non-violent organization.
All right, then this should be easy. Come with me, answer our questions, and we'll have you back here in plenty of time to film your next sermon.
I'm not a fool. If I surrender now, I'm never coming back. Once you have me, you intend to make me disappear. But I will not make Solzhenitsyn's mistake. My people and I will resist you.
I thought you were a pacifist.
I am. But I'm more than a leader. I'm a symbol. That is why you wish to erase me. If martyrdom is the only way to remain a symbol, then even my death is preferable to my evaporation.
If I have to bring you in by force, I will. And your people will try to stop me. And neither of us wants anyone to get hurt, so come along peacefully. You have my word. I will do everything I can to see that you are treated fairly.
You cannot speak to me of peace or fairness. Not when your masters hide in the shadows, manipulating, controlling, murdering without the courage to proclaim their convictions in front of the rest of the world.
Come off it, Rucker. You've been preaching pacifism for years from your ivory tower. Now all of a sudden your convictions are really being tested, and you're tossing them away.
No, that's... Let me explain. The augmented peoples of the world have been stripped of their power. There are so few advocates remaining. The cause needs people like me to stem the tide of hatred before all humanity drowns in it.
You're lecturing me about the state of all rights? I get the same looks. I go through the same checkpoints. And things are getting worse, so your plan obviously isn't working.
I know. And it tears at me. I have been trying desperately to think of a better way. But so far, nothing. This is a very precarious time for the movement. These attacks are making everything worse for us. My leadership position within ARC is being threatened, and I suspect the two might even be connected. Please, go back to your people. Tell them to give me 48 hours, so I can attempt to resolve the internal conflict.
If the terrorism is causing you internal problems, demonstrate your strength of character to ARC and to everyone else by surrendering willingly. Stand by your convictions, and you'll turn people to your side.
But the cabal in the shadows, the ones pulling your strings, and those of many others, They will never take my side. Can you understand this? If you were to take me from here, you would be responsible for more than my death. You would be responsible for my effacement, the ruination of the Augmented Rights Coalition, and the perversion of everything it stands for.
The bottom line hasn't changed. If you come with me willingly, there won't be any violence. You now have the choice. Choose the non-violent path, or you are the one betraying the cause.
I cannot watch any more of my people die. Not on my account. You have asked me to trust you, and so I will. Before we leave together, there's something I must show you. I suspect there's a power struggle brewing within our organization. Some people inside ARC are less committed to our ideals.
Are you trying to tell me you know who's responsible for the bombings?
I have only suspicions, and until recently, not even that. The evidence I have begun collecting is meager, but I give it to you. This is the key card for the security door. The evidence is inside.
Why give it to me? Why not keep it, present it at your interrogation?
Because if my suspicions are correct, and I am seen leaving here with you willingly, I may not survive to present my evidence. Somewhere down there, hiding in plain sight, is your real terrorist. I was trying secretly to find out who is responsible.
Rucker? Chicane, Rucker is dead.
Come again.
I'll fill you in when I see you, which is where exactly?
There's some greenhouses near your position. Below them is a clearing. That's where I'm. B. Chicane out.
Things are definitely getting better.
What are you talking about? That bitch Elisa Kassan is saying terrible lies.
Hey.
It is difficult, I know, but you have to stay strong. No matter how much good we do, how much food we grow, how much medicine we give, man is still here.
Our sacrifices today will make a better world for our children.
No matter how much good we do, how much food we grow, how medicine we give, many still see us as terrorists.
I know, brother, I know. But our sacrifices today will make a better world for our children.
Never felt this kind of
Yes.
duty, good boy.
Hopefully they will never have to know what we went through. Where's the shooter? Where? Is there more than one? Handle it! Keep your head down! Not like this!
Jensen, the meter's running. Where the hell are you?
I'm on my way, Chicane.
Well, step it up.
What of goddamn good Rucker being dead is going to do for us. Your orders were to bring him in.
I fully intended to.
Then how did this happen?
I think someone being paid to manipulate Ark killed him. Someone in his crew. Rucker told me Ark was being set up, that the real terrorists were hiding in plain sight.
And was he wearing a tinfoil hat when he said this?
The man was devoted to bridging the divide between Augs and Naturals. He knew that every one of these attacks just drives the stake in deeper, and that the only way to fix things was to pull that stake out. He said he had evidence to prove Ark's innocence. He was ready to come in and talk to us, even though he knew it meant risking his life.
What evidence was he referring to?
I don't know. He was killed before he could say.
Well then, there's no use theorizing over what-ifs, is there?
What about Viktor Marchenko?
I ran that name through iLink and got back a blank page. Why? You got something else?
Nothing more than a gut feeling, so far.
Well, I'm sorry, Agent, but I need more than that. Christ. What a mess. You know word of Rucker's death is going to... I hope we're good on juice, Chicane, because I need a ride. As for you, Agent...
I still have a case to solve, and I know exactly where to start, Director. Smiley's had more than enough time to analyze that.
The one you took from Ruzika?
I'll check in with him, see what's on it. After that, I'll go where the evidence takes me. I intend to make sure the right people are brought to justice for this, whether they're augmented or not.
Get a move on, before this case gets any colder. And keep me in the loop. Let's go, Chicane.
Alex, tell us Rucker's dead.
What?
Poisoned, I think.
Holy shit, man. Rucker was the voice of the augmented. People loved him for it. When word of this hits, Prague is gonna explode.
And the whole world's watching. Listen, Miller's gone to meet with state police. Could be our chance to determine his loyalties.
He lives near TF-29. You want us to search his apartment?
Not us. Me. You keep digging into that Versalite break-in. And see what the Collective can dig up on a Viktor Marchenko. If I'm right, and Rucker was poisoned, all three might be connected. Jensen out.
Adam, you there? You're not gonna believe this. Vadim Orlov is in Prague.
You're kidding.
I wish I were. 6 months ago, he got an augment... granted expert's visa and has been coming and going periodically ever since. Border Control logged him in this morning.
I arrived in Prague 6 months ago.
Not much going on.
Where's he staying?
In the Lilioma Courtyard Apartments on Lavani Street, 2nd floor.
I'll check it out.
Mr. Jensen, it is Otar Botkoveli. I have another delicate matter that requires your expertise.
I thought we were even, Otar.
We will be even when I say so, my friend. Now then, to business. You will meet Mrs. Kadlec, the owner of the Red Queen. I understand she has a problem named Dominique.
Let's get this straight. I'm not a cleaner for the Diwalis. Why don't you send one of your own?
Why? Because I am telling you to do it. And who mentioned killing? Just meet with Kadlec and mind your manners. She's a powerful woman.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Seraph. I found Orlov. He's dead.
What? Are you sure it's him?
Well, technically, the clinic I told you about. His name then was McFadden.
Christ, Adam. What exactly happened to you in that clinic?
I don't know. I was in the coma ward. It was run by the World Health Organization. Facility 451. Can you dig into it?
Of course.
I'm gonna search this body and the apartment. See what I can find.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted. Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access denied. Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Seems like everyone is paranoid. I should have stayed in bed.
I needed this.
Glad today.
Come on, I'm home. My God. Good stuff.
She put them.
Go away!
She put them place here.
Oh, hello.
She put
No,
them
Mrs. Catholic.
I have enough theatrics from that vampire Redditch. Master Cadlick, I am the owner of the Red Queen. I make a point of knowing everything important, but you?
Could be I'm not important.
Oh, please. Have you seen yourself in a mirror lately? Besides, I have a health...
Mom wouldn't be thrilled about me being in a place like this.
Really? I can't imagine why. A good...
If people are getting hurt, you might end up seeing more of me than you'd like.
If you're so concerned, by all means keep your eyes open for misconduct. It's like I always say, a safe client is a paying client.
It's not the safety of the clients I'm worried about.
The Red Queen is a family business. My eldest son works the...
I understand your family is very important.
Ah, I didn't think you were here for the scenery.
I'm here to repay a favor.
This club is my confessional. People stop by, whisper in my ear.
He helps you out, you help him out. I take it Dominic's causing some kind of trouble.
Dominic has made bad choices for himself and for his family. We have tradition to consider. So I ask you, what is the best way to get a hot-headed young man out from where he does not belong?
talk to him.
I would like nothing more than to strap Dominic to a chair and make him under...
And what did you have in mind?
My hands are bound.
I want to understand this better. What makes Dominic...
Sometimes the Valley operations need sharp young toughs who can wave a gun, and sometimes they need men who can look good in a suit and make a leap.
So which type is he?
I made an arrangement for Dominic. I found him a woman, found him a place, away from all this, where...
He's a runaway groom. You wanted to marry him off, he wants to sit at the Kingpin's table. And this costs you, doesn't it?
You're very perceptive. Dominic is disposable to Radich, but to me, he can bring a more capable wife into the...
Alright, where's Dominic now?
They call it Hotel Narikala, an old Georgian joke. One of Radich's safe houses. Dominic knows.
And that's where I come in. It's heavily guarded.
And surveillance systems.
So I sneak into this building, find Dominic, tell him he's expected.
No. You get in, you incapacitate Dominic. You bring him out and leave him in a cozy storage locker. No one can see any of this happen.
You want me to knock this guy out and drag him through a building full of Radich's men, undetected? You're kidding, right?
Where I am from, abduction of the bride was a time-honored custom. So you think of this as an... Watch your back.
Ahoy! Was I right about this place or what?
Absolutely.
Oh, hello.
Absolutely. The architect.
Get lost. This place is not for you. Turn around, Clank. Uyobki are not allowed inside.
Please? What about me? What the fuck do I get out of this? Well,
I never saw a man try harder to look like he came up from the streets.
Dominique.
Die! Get down!
That's my middle name. Isn't it, honey?
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated.
I have been informed of a disturbance at the Hotel Narika.
Punk. I never saw a man try harder to look like he came up from the street.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access denied.
Punk. I never saw a man try. God damn it! Oh!
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted. initiated.
Go away! What did I ever do to you?
Access granted. Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted. Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted. Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Could I use some clotted cream on these skulls right now? That flies. What are we talking about? Unequivocal. I get this question a lot. I'm sure that they are as safe from us. I'm not augmented, but I have many friends who are. And most of them are afraid to walk outside their homes. You know? Because if they do,
Anomaly detected. Access granted. Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
What have I done? He did. Let me live. I have a family.
Radic want this kid.
Dominic, can you talk?
Let me live! I have a family!
Restoration Act.
When? And it's a pleasure to speak with you too. Listen, I know opponents are saying the Human Restoration Act is a step back. Devastating.
I have been informed of a
Some saying the Human Restoration Act is a step backwards. A devastating blow against racial equity. These social justice warriors fail to see the bigger picture. The Og incident threw everything off the rails. Since then, the threat between augmented and natural has gotten so wide. It's become impossible.
Dominic, can you talk?
Cadlick. I delivered your boy Dominic. No one saw me go in or out.
Impressive. How is he?
Still out cold. Might want to ease off on the bright lights when he comes around.
I'll keep that in mind. We do want him to be as attentive as possible. I think this concludes our business tonight.
Another interested party that our
This is
arrangement
why we
went
keep you
smoothly.
away from us.
I'm sure you'll hear from him soon enough.
Welcome to my place. Didn't expect to see one of you in here.
We're not gonna have a problem, huh?
No. I don't share the sentiment of the ruling class. Just commenting on current events, you know? About the happening in Golden...
What have you got?
I've got surly Welshmen and nice rye. It's clear. But am I the only one scared?
Mr. Jensen, it is...
Otar, I know. I can see your face on the info link. I did the job for Cadlick.
She told me herself. It is the first time we have spoken in... Well, things change, huh? The debt you took for Caller is paid. Perhaps it is now I who owes you the favor.
I'll remember it, Otar.
You do that, my friend.
Dead.
I can't believe Rock is dead.
That bastard had it coming.
This is only going to make our lives harder. Can you just make a claim for treason?
Why not?
Always like the car makes coming from a
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access denied.
Alex, Miller's apartment. The man keeps a tight ship.
What do you expect? He's former SAS. Military life will make a neat freak out of anyone. If he's got secrets in there, Adam, they'll be well hidden.
Everyone's got to tell. I just need to know more about him to understand his.
impossible to cross. We need a timeout. Temporary separation.
You find anything in that apartment yet?
It's like you said, Miller keeps his secrets well hidden. But I'm looking.
Cutting-edge security measures have protected the sensitive secrets of mega corporations and influential individuals since privacy laws were passed. Sources close to the bank tell me that no hacker has
think I got something, Alex. Miller's NSN access card. He must have left it behind when he logged into his second computer.
His second computer? Anything incriminating on it?
Haven't checked it yet. But I'm starting to think the only way we'll learn more is by hearing all of that NSN conversation.
Shit, man, that's risky. But we may have to.
Why? You find something on VersaLife?
It ain't good. Meet me in the small courtyard near TF-29. I'll explain.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access denied. Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted. Keep it out of my report.
can't defend against that kind of team.
Alex, you here?
Hey, thanks for being quick. Didn't want to be seen hanging around by myself for too long in case you got held up.
I can be a gentleman, sometimes. You said you got something on VersaLife.
Yeah, a couple of months back, a research assistant was found dead in the Rokaseka Beach facility. Special Projects Division. She was poisoned, just like Rucker.
She. You got her name?
Anik Norstad. Why? You know somebody there?
Doesn't matter. Forget it.
I can't stand VersaLife, Adam. Back when I was flying for Bell Tower in Panama, I stumbled into deep shit with them. They're the reason I've got a target on my back. They told my bosses to kill me.
If they're involved in this, we'll get them. We just need to know what this is. Rucker gave me this before he died. Said it could prove our getting set up. The email on it reads like activation orders to me.
Where'd he get it? Whose is it?
I've got a suspect in mind, but nothing to prove it. Until I do, can you get Janus or one of your Juggernaut friends to backtrace the IP address?
Yeah, man, no problem. Listen, about VersaLife. The information we found on Norstad was buried deep. No police report, no autopsy. Just a footnote on an insurance claim, calling it an industrial accident.
She was working with dangerous pathogens, wasn't she?
Supposedly. Janus thinks there's more to it. He's the one who found the report. Said it was off.
Off how?
Lots of blank spaces and missing details. Didn't really go into it.
And you didn't think to ask, did you?
You saying I fucked up?
I'm saying Janus thinks a lot of things, and somehow always manages to find the answer when nobody else can. You don't find that odd?
I find it reassuring. The Collective has people everywhere gathering all kinds of intel. But Janus is what holds us together, helps us make sense of it. He picks the signal out of the static.
And yet you've never met him.
Nobody meets Janus. Nobody even knows where he is, who he is, hell, even what he is. You get used to it after a while. For me, the key thing is what he finds. Norstad was poisoned, Adam, just like Rucker. Are we looking at some kind of bioweapon here?
Miller's access card might help us find out.
How? I don't follow you.
NSN exchanges are stored in the system's cloud memory. If I log in as Miller using his access card, I might be able to play back more of that conversation he had with the bosses.
Shit, Adam, this isn't like planting a bug. You have to actually use the chair. For a while.
It's a risk I'm willing to take.
Your call. But I want to be plugged in and listening the whole time you're in there.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Someone's hacking into the server and reading...
Daniel Fletcher, you are a genius.
Hey, Jensen, what... Oh, hey. Adam, what's going on?
Miller sent me to...
Checking my progress? Really? I said it would be done when it's done. You can't rush these things, Adam. Excellence takes time.
Right. So...
Well, I was right. Am I good or am I good?
What did you find?
Oh, just some isolated fragments from what looks like Bomb's timing mechanism. And get this, it's a Stanek.
Stanek? The bomb's timing mechanism was a wristwatch?
Well, to address your incredulous tone, a mechanical timing mechanism is not as silly as it sounds. Security scanners can detect anything with a suspicious electronic circuit, so using a low-tech solution is really clever.
Stanek watches are custom-made locally. I think I'll pay the shop a visit.
It's probably closed. Let's see if I can find... Yeah, got it. Nomad Stanek. Founder and owner of the store lives in the Davnia Bod district near Pilgrim Station. That's Putnik Nadraji in Czech, I think. Building number 96. Second floor.
Nice. I'll check it out.
Great. Let me know how it goes.
How long is Director Miller going to be in Darwin City?
Alex, I'm in. Anything I need to know before I start up this chair?
Every NSN is different, man, so I'm not sure what to expect. I'm guessing you'll end up in some kind of virtual conference room. No one else should be in there.
And if they are?
They'll see you as Miller, so say something snippy and log off.
Okay. Where do I find these stored conversations?
Hell if I know. This is your plan. But holographic recordings take up a lot of virtual memory, so you may have to look in several places.
I'll just have to play it by ear.
Exactly. The whisper chip is still in place, though, so we'll both know when you've done it. Good luck, Adam.
This is different.
Sending your team to Dubai was my call, but now we need to go by the book. Focus on Ark.
You want me to pin all of this on them? The bombings in Prague, the break-in at VersaLife, Dubai?
Officially, all 5 attacks involved augmented terrorists. Is that clear?
Yes, sir. But send the reports if you want me to prove it. Because Ark doesn't operate in North America.
Please call Hong Kong Alpha 10 priority message. We've got a problem. Miller wants to see a report on the break-in.
What break-in?
The one your San Francisco research facility is supposed to have any day now.
What? What exactly did you tell him? Never mind. I'll take care of it. In fact, it may even help me clean up a related incident. What have you heard from our man inside Ark?
Not much. He has to be careful transmitting. Rucker may be onto him.
Then it's time for him to use the Orchid. Tell him.
Killing Rucker... Are you sure it's a good idea? I mean, it'll certainly make things easier during Phase 2, but...
Are you doubting me, Joseph?
I'm merely concerned that the rest of the Council might not like your call. They seem less cohesive these days.
Rucker's death may upset some of them. But at this juncture, Brown is the only person we pay attention to. Once Rucker is dead, I'm positive he's going to make his move. Do it!
End call. Alex, did you get all that?
Hell yeah. Don't tell me this isn't the proof we're looking for, Adam. This is big. Janus needs to hear it.
I want to talk to him this time. Set it up. Let me know where.
It'll have to be somewhere safe. Leave the task force when you can, and I'll contact you with a location.
Adam, what are you doing in here?
I need to speak with Director Miller.
Same. Only just leaving him a message. It's about Vince Black, our organized crime division head. I'm worried.
Black's still deep undercover inside the Diwali organization, isn't he?
The kind of deep that can be hard to swim back from sometimes, yeah.
From what I know of the Diwali, their influence extends outside of the Czech Republic.
Maybe. Maybe you could find out?
Sure, I think I can do so.
First and last time was in his office a few days ago.
Well, then maybe I'll poke around his office a little.
I stop now, right? Well, listen, Adam, Lyon's waiting on my initial batch of reports, and I'm sure Director Miller wouldn't be too pleased.
Is there anything in Black's psyche, Val, that leads you to believe he's capable of maybe undermining the task force? Is there a chance he's gone off reservation?
Human beings are predisposed to damaging everything they come into contact with. Of course he's capable. As am I. As are you.
So these evaluations you conduct with him, they're useless in determining a course of action?
I don't have a crystal ball. And Black's last eval predates my arrival here.
You mentioned Leon is expecting your first batch of reports.
I'm a civilian employee.
You're not an agent.
I started out working for Lim Inter.
So you answer directly?
It was Joe's idea to get a psychological clinic up and running inside our field offices.
Joe, huh? Sounds like you and Manderley are close.
We're close because I used his first...
Well, you said you joined TF-29 after the incident. I assumed that maybe you and Manderley started together.
No. I arrived after Joe did. Look, Adam, we should probably get out of here, don't you think?
Yeah, you're probably right. I am curious, though, where Manderley came from exactly. Heard he jumped over quite a few heads to get to the big chair at TF-29. Must have some pretty influential friends pulling strings.
Why the interest in our boss?
I'd just like to know who everyone is.
If Joe had help, I'm sure it was from people who share his vision for what this task... Anyway, listen, I really do think it's best if we get out of Miller's office before he returns.
I managed to track Vince all the way to the repertory cinema.
These are the greatest concerns of the digital age. And we at Palisade Property Bank have made addressing those concerns a priority. Information archive.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Delara, I'm in Vince's office. I think I have a lead. An appointment Vince made with an informant.
That sounds promising, Adam. You willing to follow up?
Only way to find out what happened to him.
If something happened to him. Let's not assume the worst just yet.
Detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
I need somebody over here.
Not much going on.
Dispatch, I have a mounting situation here. Send additional
Come on! The red light district. Open all night.
Not my
My favorite color is white. What about... Are you Vincent Black? It's me, Dobromila. Please, you... No, you are too... I'm sorry. I have made a mistake. I'm waiting for someone.
I know, but
Who are you?
Vince and I work together. I know who he is. I know what he does. And I know there are people worried about him.
Is he in danger?
I don't know yet. That's what I'm trying to figure out. But I get the feeling he's not the only one.
It wasn't a total shot in the dark. You're obviously not Diwali. Though I should have known right away that Vince Black wouldn't...
What kind of trouble are you in?
Vince wanted me to tell information about my husband's operation. Lester runs a...
Your husband runs a Diwali operation. I'm assuming there are people in here who know who he is. You don't think me kissing his wife might draw unwanted attention?
Flirting is one thing. They expect it.
We should talk somewhere else.
I am leaving by train tonight. There is a secluded courtyard by the track.
You sure you'll be all right until the... Larry, there?
What is it, Adam? Any word on what happened to Vince?
I just spoke to his contact. A woman he was supposed to meet to get influence on the Valley off. Problem is, he never showed up.
I have a really bad feeling about this. Do whatever you can, Adam, to pick up his trail. Let's hope he's all right.
nádraží se stále pohřešuje několik osob. Podrobnosti najdete na webu státní policie. Potenciálně zmatené či zraněné jedince prosím ohlaste úřad.
Look, madam. Your papers say it right here.
Fuck this! I'm taking you in.
Hands behind your head.
Why they call me? A rocket trooper? You're damn right I am.
Just a little further. I want to make sure I wasn't followed. I think it is safe for us to talk here.
Vlasta, your husband. What's this about exactly?
Smuggling. Weapons. Drugs. Whores. You name it, darling.
You want me to shut down your husband's smuggling operation? What?
I agreed to sell out my husband in exchange for a new life.
All right, this information you have, how much?
The price of a ticket to Berlin. With enough left over to start my new life.
Here, this should be in.
All right. Thank you. My husband owns a storage locker next to the Palisades Bank.
Delara, that Diwali op Vince was digging into. I've got the address of a smuggling locker he was looking for.
Huh, maybe he's still looking. Or maybe he found it some other way. This information, you came by it how exactly?
The informant Vince was supposed to meet. She agreed to work with me instead.
That doesn't surprise me. You're good at gaining people's trust.
You have the information you need to take down my husband's operation.